5th of December 1941. The war between the Axis power, the Empire of Japan and the Soviet Union is going well for us, and not so much for the Soviets. They have taken a large number of casualties, and we are struggling to get through the low supply and mountainous areas in Central Asia. Our advance on the east has been successful. We have defeated most of the eastern forces that the Soviets had available, and we are now rolling up the territory from that side. So given that the Germans are already at the gates of Moscow, we're going to focus probably primarily on this region here and see how much territory we can still claim before the Germans eventually roll in and take it for themselves. So let's have a look, especially supply hub wise. Where are their supply hubs? There is one in Grozny that we will try to take, and I believe we had, sorry for that, I believe we had some troops here which were already poised to make that push. So we'll see if we can get them to move to Grozny. We have some units that are pushing along here towards that supply hub. These are, and I would love to take this mountain range before the Germans are getting here. So let's actually, why are we attacking here? There shouldn't be any reason for that. We'll just push forward. We are just wiping out this one Soviet division here. Everybody else is on the attack. This division is not. So we will get them to assist with the push up north here. All right. That should be that sorted out. I am letting my generals handle this again. Otherwise, we are struggling with supply in this, especially in this area here, quite severely. But the First Army, although massively stretched, is once again on the offensive, which does not look too good because of, again, massive supply problems that we're having over here. There is a supply hub. What is this here? In Omsk up north, which is probably going to be a strategic objective to capture. But we're more or less waiting for the 5th Army to make a push around. And I think I did get some 5th Army mobile divisions, yes, to assist in doing some encirclements here. I'm actually almost considering there's no supply anywhere here, is there? The very next, yeah, going from here, there's a railroad going all the way to whatever, Krasnoyarsk, yeah. But that's about it. There's nothing else in terms of supply. This is all just wasteland up here. So, in that case, we are probably going to need to hurry this up a little bit. So we'll get them to move around. There's a strategic airport here that should allow us to encircle some of their divisions, although this might actually all not be necessary. But let's see. We are assisting a bit and see if we can get an encirclement going here. Let's push north up there and see if we can get these divisions wiped out. We've got some additional divisions coming in here. And yeah, they're retreating across the whole front. So we'll leave one behind and get the other one to push forward. We do have a bit of a shortage of artillery at this point. So while we are trying to get our divisions to make our divisions a little bit more powerful, we are relatively short on a lot of things. But we can push here. And we can push more along. There's actually a fair amount of divisions here. There's a big lake that we need to take. But yeah, and here is this is Ulaanbaatar, where we need to wait for the railroad to be connected, such that we actually have supply here. This is still not looking great. This is still looking anything but great. We are defending here, and we will try to where are we sending these guys? Why are we sending them here? Actually send them there. Let's attempt to And let's attempt to take this. And we'll get 2 divisions onto that. We're actually going to get 3 divisions onto that, because that might give us a little bit of an encirclement here and help us push back these troops on this front. This is running on autopilot. The generals are responsible there. This is an essential push towards whatever that is. I'm not even going to try. Achtubinsk, something like that. So this is quite important. Unfortunately, we don't have sufficient troops here. That while they are facing Russian tanks, and while they are relatively well equipped now, we don't have enough of them. So maybe we can attempt to take this supply hub, and let's try to do a push in this direction and get 2 divisions trying to push for that hub there, while the rest of the troops here is defending or trying to attack into mountains and low supply areas. I'm not happy with how the Third Army is conducting itself at this point. I think I am going to take control of the offensive of the Third Army by myself. So stop this offensive. You're out of supply. We're not going to try and push them out from here. We are going to try to capture Tashkent, but we need to do this from a position of strength. So we are going to need to get a division across here, possibly. Now let's attack from this direction, and we're going to get these 2 divisions. Oh, there's another supply hub, so we'll try to. I'm already sending the other divisions there. So let's see if we can attain a breakthrough here. This division is very low on organization, so we can push through there. Okay, this push north would be nice if it was happening, but yeah, we are facing a couple of tank forces here. Can we get them surrounded? Maybe. We'll see. We'll push where we have openings. Meanwhile, we have taken, that is nice, we have taken the supply hub here, which means we can get 2 out of these, hang on, we can get 2 out of these 3 divisions to try and close this pocket, and that would give us another nice encirclement here. We'll assist from that side, and we are getting through here. So let's break through to Sochi and see what we can do on that side. And they are wide open at this point. So we'll try to encircle them here as well, and just generally push forward. And if we can get this encirclement working here, then we will be able to. And I think we are. We'll need to connect all these. Okay, hang on. Some research just finished. I think that was an AA gun. Yes, we have better AA, so we're gonna need to upgrade our ship designs again. How's our tank, our armor things coming along? We do need to research better engines and better armor still, especially better engines. So we'll do that first. And we can now, no, hang on over here. We can now see that we can get some, better designs. So let's start with the Shokaku, because we now have AA3, which will give her better AA. So we'll replace that. And that is, what are we currently setting here? This is already the dual purpose. Okay, so this is the Shokaku 2 class. And we'll save that. What else do we have to? What else are we gonna do? We're not gonna build the Soryus anymore, so we can decommission these. We're not currently building the Tosa, I believe. We're building still the Yamato, and she might need some refits once she's finished. But we can now just We can now just replace the AA on the Arganos because we haven't started these yet, so we can just replace it here. So that's easy. We're not going to build these anymore. Do we have any AA? We do have AA on the Akatskis, but I am probably going to replace these anyway, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, cool. So that's done. These troops are moving. Yeah, we've almost got the encirclement here, and that should allow us to break through this whole area relatively easily. Okay, we can support from the other side. So let's make sure we close this gap here before they are able to pull out from these mountains. And we get one more division, and then we'll have them encircled here as well. And yeah, their complete front is collapsing here. So let's see how far the Germans are already almost there. So that is probably not an attack we want to take. So let's just defend here for now. And have we managed to get? Oh, I think they've sort of tried to cut us off there. That's okay. We're just going to. Actually, we can't leave here, but these troops can now do a concerted push towards the north. And it's going to be the same with these divisions. And it's going to be the same with this division. And this division is no longer needed here, so we can also push there. Okay. Everybody attack. We will have this closed off in a second. And then I think we'll have most of these divisions. The northern flank here is just going to defend, but then we have most of the Soviet army at this front encircled, and we can wipe them out. We can wipe them out from there. Okay, quick look around, just making sure we have moved forward slightly here. Let's assist and try to see if we can get the breakthrough there. This is all relatively static still. This is wide open, but they still have... Yeah, okay, so they're starting to become wide open here. I do have a mobile division here. Do we have any supply hubs in the area that we can capture? I can get them to do a straight run towards... They are very much out of supply. Can I get them? Yeah, I can get them to do a straight run here, and then we might be able to just close this this whole pocket almost. Yeah, but at least it'll remove supply from this supply connection. So then we should have a bit of an easier time there. We are still moving through the Mongolian wastelands here, and. How did my encirclement work out here? Okay, we've got that worked out. We've got some troops encircled. So let's get everybody to sort these guys out. And there is not an awful lot that the Soviets are going to be able to do here. So let's get these troops all to sort that out. And yeah, the rest of them can just literally move and attack. I'm actually going to get the 5th Army on aggressive execution, just to make sure that that they are moving as intended. Okay, let's get back here and quickly manage this by hand here. So ideally, we do have. Okay, we've got the mountain passes encircled. Try to push them out here if possible, and we can now get these 2 divisions to just assigned here, and everybody else should just be able to wipe out these Soviet divisions, which means they don't have anything else here. Do we still want to go across the river, or do we leave the rest more or less to the Germans? Stalingrad's up north here. I would like to see if we can push across the... Nah, maybe the river is a good defensive line, honestly. Maybe we'll just hold the river here for the time being. Okay, so that means I can get 1 division here and take that still. get these two to assist, and the other divisions just help with wiping out these remaining troops here. Okay, and the same with these divisions. Come on. Yeah, just wipe it all out. Okay. And then this one also can assist here. And then I think we have mostly taken our strategic objectives in this area. Here it's a little different because we don't have sufficient divisions on this front yet. But I am wondering how far we can get here in terms of supply and how many troops we can actually pull off that front once that happens. Okay, Mongolia is going to fall by itself. There's not an awful lot we need to do about that. And here the motorized divisions, I am going to see if there is anywhere I can push with these. Not really. So we'll probably, this is all mountainous terrain. We'll try. We have taken a strategic airport here. No, go through that, and then we'll try to mostly drive where we actually have the advantage of speed, and see if we can get a long encirclement going to and get into the rear. Come on, there. Get into the rear to cut these divisions off here, and everybody else can literally just aggressively assault into the mountains here. All right, let's review the air zones quickly. We are these are in this region the Soviet and the German Air Force are actually fighting each other. So we don't necessarily need to get involved. The Germans can figure that out themselves. No love lost here. Other than that, we seem to be all green. We can start moving these tactical bomber wings further north because we have secured an airport here. Although, why did I only have 100 available? I'm not sure, but we can start moving them north and getting them focused onto the larger air zone from there. Good. We do have green air over the central steppe. However you pronounce it. We actually have a closer airport here. That is already ours, so we can move these further north to Ulaanbaatar and keep focusing on this air zone for now. We don't... Do we have a closer airport that we've conquered here? We have conquered one, which is a little bit closer to the front lines, so we maybe... But I kind of like this position. Sorry, this position here, because this is where most of the fighting happens right now. They have the attacks here have stopped. So, but the thing is, we don't really need the fighter wings here anyway. So we'll leave them. We'll leave them as they are. But we'll take down their mission for now. There's no need for them to. That's another fighter wing. There's no need for them to do anything. We'll pull them north if we need to. That's a fighter wing as well. Yeah, let's pull them further north in case we need them there. But we'll take their missions off for now. And this wing here. What is this? Naval bombers, actually. Naval bombers can keep doing naval strikes. I don't mind that. All right. So we've got that all sorted out. Okay, let's get back on the ground and see if we can make some more breakthroughs here and make something happen. I wonder, how's the supply situation here? We're still within supply range, and we are pushing towards that hub here. We actually do have, if we can take that hub, because they have actually evacuated the front lines here, we might have a chance to break out in this position. So we might not have to actually push an awful lot further, and we might just be able to hold here for now. This is sort of the line we want to achieve. We want to capture, ideally including the Caucasus Mountains before the Germans get there. But I am not sure. I'm not sure how fast we're going to be in terms of breaking out from there. We will find out. All right, let's keep that going. Where did we have any more encirclements that we need to worry about? Okay, here everything is pretty much cleaned up. So it's just a matter of taking that. There are some more mountain positions that we can still take. So let's get across the river and secure that mountain position there, and just push the Soviets out from that one. Other than that, I'm just going to hold the river line here. What I could do is I could start pushing towards the Caucasus on this direction. Maybe that's not a terrible idea. So maybe we'll we'll actually give these divisions here that have, we'll give them a purpose. So we're going to get them a front line here. And we're going to give them an offensive line. Let's see if we can run these through and just get to the Caucasus. So we're going to put them on aggressive as well, and we're just going to get them going. Okay. So these divisions are going to push, and I might actually do this partially by hand and just make sure that we're capturing things. Let's get going. And somebody needs to take out this front line. There's no reason for that to keep existing. Okay. So that's happening. And did we get the encirclement here? Oh, there's no encirclement here. Okay. So where was that supply hub? There. I need that supply hub, but I need more divisions in order to push to it. So let's see if we can make a two-pronged attack here and get some assistance from the rear, because we can roll this up, and we now have. Did we relocate an air force here? No, we didn't actually. Okay, let's. We've got close air support. Let's relocate these two CAS wings over here, and they can assist with that push on that location. With this strategic airport, we should be able to get through that. By the way, the outdated equipment is the AA that we need to change, and the Agano class that we're just finishing up. So production. There we go. We need to build more modern AA guns. There we go. And we're just finishing up the Aganos before we start with the Agano 2. But we do have 3 dockyards, so we can now start. What kind of designs did we have naval? No, we don't have the 1940 destroyer design yet, or the heavies, or the submarines. So this is still stuff that we need to do. In which case we can. Am I going to build another? Okay. What if I don't have the engines yet, right? Let's see. Could we do a variant of Yamato? But I don't have the heavy engines 3 yet. No, doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. We get to that later. We could build a couple more submarines, honestly. Is there anything we can improve on the Kaidais? Not yet. We could give them radar, honestly, but they are attack submarines, so I'm not sure I need that. Because we are going to have to cover probably at some point a lot more. So let's just keep making a couple more of the Kaidai class submarines. Which reminds me, I also need to make sure that, yes, everything here, I need to do that from time to time. Make sure these are landing in their respective areas. We are going to need to rebuild that still significantly. And the other 3 can go in there and do naval exercises until they are complete. Although these are already complete, so these 2 Aganos, we can refit this actually. I mean, why not? We could refit these 4 into the Agano 2s. Why not? I mean, we don't really need them at this point, so we may as well just do that. Let's get these. Yeah, go ahead and refit these. All of them. You too. And Could I not select more of them? Anyway, we'll do it one by one. Okay, let's get these all refitted, which means I am gonna have to divert some dockyards to that. So let's cancel that again, and I will just have the one dockyard working on refit. I still also have a free military factory, actually. So I am going to... I'm still a bit short on artillery. I am going to put... Where am I going to put that? We are pretty good on everything here, honestly. I don't know. I'm just going to put it into artillery for now, because that's where we have the shortage. So that makes sense. And we are not constructing anymore. So what do we need to construct? We are building military factories. We're going to have to start doing radar cover along the borders with our future borders with the Axis, because things are going to get interesting there. So let's make sure that we have sufficient radar cover everywhere. Actually, before we do that, infrastructure. What are we short on? We're still trading for steel. We are still trading for steel. That is 70 steel, so we can't get out of that yet. Can we improve infrastructure anywhere, steel-wise? Do we have steel anywhere where we can build more infrastructure? This is all oil, which is useful, but you need to build the ship first before you can fuel it. This is all other stuff, so not particularly. I mean, we can probably build this up since we're at it and just get a bit more oil out of that. Just make sure that we're staying on top, but I think we are good in terms of fuel, to be honest. This is already maxed out. We are going to start needing other resources as well. How are we on other resources? We're good on chromium, honestly, and tungsten. I don't really see a need on that regard. This is already maxed out. This is already maxed out. I've gone already through. Steel is sort of where we have the issue, really. This is where we've captured that now. So that has a fair... No, not that one. Let's undo that again. Which one was this one? Yes, we don't need that. But here we're going to have some raw materials that we can extract, and we're going to need them. There's steel, but it's not going to make an awful lot of difference. Here's some steel that we can take. That'll get us some. Same here. This is already maxed out in terms of resources. This is all already sorted as it should be. Here we have some steel. I missed that in the first run, probably because it was hiding behind another one. We can still do a bit more here. This is aluminium production. This is... Oh, how did I miss that? There's a lot of steel, a lot of untapped steel resources here that do need... There's some aluminium resources. We might as well include these with it. There's some steel up here in the north. There's some there. So let's get that all built up nice and clean. And that should give our factories a little bit of things to do. Okay, cool. Back to the war on the ground. Let's see. Where do we need to look first? We are doing a push here towards... this division can assist, but unfortunately we do not have any supply. So the big problem here is that we just don't have enough supply to take this supply hub. But we do have reinforcements coming in from multiple directions, so this should work eventually. And now this is just the Aganos. Yeah, that's fine. This should work eventually. Obviously, no equipment anywhere, no supply anywhere in these regions. So that is all a bit stalling here right now. Not sure what this attack's all about. Let's not, shall we? Oh well, it's when I leave my generals to it, then things always get interesting. Let's see if we can. This is all a little bit irritating. Let's see if we can create a bit of a a bit of an encirclement here and rush towards their capital. And then pull the front out that way. I do have some of the more powerful divisions here, but they are struggling to get through. Maybe if everybody attacks. Why are we struggling? Because we're attacking across rivers. Then maybe let's not attack across rivers. Okay, stop that attack. Stop that attack. Rivers are not good to attack across. We are moving in the northern front here and stretching it out a little bit. These guys are on the move. Okay. This would be a good place for an encirclement if we can punch through the lines, that is. Have we taken that supply hub? Where was that? Where was that? That was somewhere here, wasn't it? There was this one, yeah. Have we need to take the supply hub. This is essential. Do we have actual supply lines going there? Yes, we do. So once we have that connected, then this is all going to work much, much better. This is all defensive right now, which is fine. And here we are aggressively attacking and going through. Where have I sent these guys? I'm not did I try to create an encirclement here? Where are the Germans? Where are the German lines? The German lines are almost there, so I think this is far enough. No. Where are you? Okay, that's an attack across. Stop that. That's an attack across the river. Okay, he doesn't want to stop. And that's because I gave the order, and they're trying to capture this line. Okay, I'll let you assist. Actually, let you assist with this attack. No, stop. Okay, stop. Yes, that's because of the general's orders are not helpful. Okay, we'll get them to stop and attack. No. I'll leave it on just so I can. As we have managed to get an encirclement here, so let's get these troops wiped out, and let's get these coming along as well. We'll get them to assist, and we can let's push towards that town and see if we can meet the Germans there. Actually, maybe this river line is not a terrible line to hold. In all honesty, the question is, can we kind of overtake them here and make sure that we have things connected up to this position in the northern Caucasus? That would be nice. Let's push through here and then try to just reach the mountains here and open up the front. Okay. Where else are we? Have we managed to take this supply hub? We have not. Let's get everybody in on the attack. We should have air superiority here. Why are we having such a hard time? Yeah, our air force isn't particularly effective. Why is that? We do have planes in the area. Can we send something else? These are fighters. What else do we have here? Fighters, all fighters. And we have one more close air wing. And we have these are already close air wings, so we need to build some better close air support. Ooh, we almost let's assist with this attack here. I know it's across the river, it's not ideal, but we have almost managed. This isn't gonna work. Motorized doesn't work too well but it might take some heat off. We have almost managed to close this gap here. Let's see how that'll end up going. We can't push through here just yet, so we'll let our the front lines is getting stretched. We'll let our field marshals, we'll let our generals sort this one out. These troops are all on the move, I believe. These troops are all on the move, and here. They are on the move as well. I think the Soviets are pulling back from the other fronts. So yes, they are definitely trying to defend their territory here. Which means they're probably pulling a lot of troops off the German front, which means I really need to make haste on this front to get through here. Where is that supply hub? Where are the supply lines going? This supply hub, this we need. Oh, it's wide open. We need to take Tashkent. Tashkent is a strategically important position. Are they reinforcing Tashkent? Yes, they are. So I'm going to need to create a diversion here in the mountains and prevent them from reaching Tashkent. And I'm not sure if we can break through here, but we may be able to. Let's hope that they can get there before how much longer? 10 days. It's going to take them a while to get to Tashkent, unfortunately, which means I don't know if our delaying, because this division is exhausted, so we can no longer support this, which means our delaying tactic. Taking Tashkent, can we get Tashkent actually connected? Not yet. So it is essential to deprive them of supply, but we're not going to get any supply there ourselves. Can we connect it to any other line that we have? Let's try to build a railroad from here already up to there, just so we can connect to Tashkent as soon as it's ready, and that obviously needs to go up top. There we go. All right. We do have we did finish up. What did I do? I believe we did the modern escorts. So what else can we do? This is actually fortify the border. We can go through this and build up the industry a little bit, and I mean, we have nothing. We don't really have much else to do, to be honest. So we've got a couple things here. I don't really need this one because we're not also going to do strategic bomber effort. We could do the jet prototypes just to have it done, I guess. Torpedo cruisers I don't really need, which gives me the torpedo cruiser design, which I'm not particularly keen on anyway. All right, let's do that one. We have unassigned divisions. They can go into the colonial forces. And let's get back to where we were. Right. Further north. We have expanded quite a bit already. Okay, we are pushing them through the mountains here. It's slow going, but we are pushing on all. We're pushing pretty much on all fronts. The critical one is this one, and this one is the tricky one as well because we are fighting without supply here. Let's see if we can manage to get this one connected. I believe we can. And where are the strategic objectives? Yes, we've taken Navoy. Okay, so once that is connected, we should have supply. We should have supply in the area. So obviously we now need to reinforce because it's easy for them to cut us off there. So we'll send a second division in. We'll have to wait until that's built up. But it looks like they have abandoned this area completely. There are no more Soviet divisions. So I'm going to race as much as possible up north here. And we'll try to take out this this final division. But it looks like they have mostly abandoned this this area. So let's race divisions north and try to secure. I'm actually going to pin one all the way up north and try to secure this area as much as we possibly can. Because if we can break through here, that'll actually take the heat of the First Army to make that happen. To make that happen on the other fronts. Okay, how's this looking? Are we almost at? We're almost at the point where the German divisions are. We're going to meet the German divisions. So I definitely want to get potentially, yeah, up to there. Let's move one division just like that and see that we can move them up there. We have gotten a nice encirclement here between ourselves and the Germans. So let's try and take this this mountain tile here, and then I think that's where we will hold for now. And no longer advance. But these divisions need to move up north. Yes, so they are moving. These divisions are moving. The Soviet lines are completely faltering here. So at this point, I am going to restart the offensive orders for the Third Army, and I'm just going to get them going, because there's nobody stopping us anymore, and I want them at the front lines as much as possible. We have managed to encircle 2 Soviet divisions here, so they are completely collapsing. They have reinforced this front, but this has actually done them a strategic disadvantage, because it means they're wide open in these regions here, and we may be able to. Do we have any supply lines that we need to capture here? Yes, we do. So let's get one division already to capture this supply point. We're just going for the strategic objectives here at this point. Just move up there, please. Please, thank you. And we get one division to capture this supply point. We do want the strategic objectives in the region, and we want to make sure we have the supply points under our control as much as possible for when things inevitably go sideways. And we'll see how far we can push them against the German lines, and how much we can take. Okay. I haven't really been paying an awful lot of attention to naval battles at this point, because it's all just convoy raider things. So you don't get to join. So there's not an awful lot happening in that regard. We do have some air troubles in this region, apparently. We are now fighting here as well. So I think we will need to actually get clear air in this area, which means we're going to start. Do I have an airport anywhere? That's a bigger question. This might do. We're gonna start pulling some fighters over, which are currently sitting idle in the Mediterranean region, and we're going to get them assigned to air superiority over that area. Because I do want to make sure, and I'm gonna need to retarget these planes as well. They need to operate in this area now. Okay, cool. So we've got that all sorted. That should give us eventually green air. Once we that's where the remainder of the Soviet Air Force is operating, by the looks of it. So that's something we need to deal with. This encirclement still clear. This front has completely collapsed on the Soviet side. Supply obviously is absolutely atrocious. But we have collapsed them here against the Germans, and the Germans are just going to wipe them out, and then that's the end of that. I am going to change the front line here, because there's no need for them to be... hang on. Edit front line. I want the... why do I have multiple... I have a strange small front line here. So let's delete... Okay, hang on. Let's delete this Second Army front line. So this is all a bit strange. This might have been front lines that got unified at some point. So let's get these deleted, which means we now have 1, 2, 3. These are manually walking. These are already under manual orders. So we've got these divisions here. Okay, hang on. Too many divisions in one place here. All these divisions are going to get a front line. We'll orient them here. Okay. These should have been on manual orders. Why did that get cancelled again? Anyway, well, you move towards that supply port, and you move towards that supply point. This is just about securing the territory at this point. The rest of you, who are completely out of supply as usual, please attempt to create this line if you can. Let's see. And yeah, go. So they are moving, and we can also change this front line. We don't need that anymore, which means we can now take the troops of, because right now we're not at war with the Germans, and we're not planning to be, so we can take the at least not now. We can move the troops up north, and they can assist with that operation. Yeah. So there's nothing more really going on here, which means these troops can literally just move forward and break through. These are still trying to wipe out that one division here, but there is not an awful lot. The Mongolia is still up. Mongolia is turning out to be a lot harder than it looked initially. But I'll leave them to it, honestly. I can leave them to it for now. This is the end of the Soviet Union indeed. So the Germans have taken Moscow. Stalin has been captured, trying to burn. They've moved the capital to Leningrad, but that's not going to help them an awful lot. So yeah, it's a race right now. It's a race trying to... Didn't I give you orders to move up here? I think I did. So let's see if we can get our mobile units to run through the open ground a little bit. We do have enough. We don't have doctrine available. We can get the... What is this one? I'm not doing strategic bombing with tactical bombers, but I might as well just finish it up. So now it's complete, and I don't need to look at it anymore. Okay, so we're done with air doctrines, which means all the future, how do you call it? Air experience is going to go towards improving our designs. Where do we have our operatives right now? I think we've taken... Yeah, we have taken... We don't need them in the Soviet Union anymore. I am going to start sending them out and building an intel network in Australia. I actually just need one of them. The other one is... What is he currently doing? Oh, I already have one in Australia. Okay, perfect. So she can build an intel network here, I guess. And she can start, because how strong is our intel network in Australia? Because I do have plans for Australia. I would like to try something. This would be, we could infiltrate the, prepare a collaboration government. This is what I was keen on. Okay, so in Australia, we're going to send these two to prepare a collaboration government, and that will assist, I think, with resistance. So we're going to send these, we're going to work with the Australian underground to get a favorable government going. So prepare that. Did I say? Yes, I said commence when ready. Cool, so we've got that underway. Go back here. I think we are going to be, how long is it until we actually have, oh, we have a lot of political power. I think we can start trading out the, we're at 84% stability. I'm going to run another round of improved worker conditions. Oh, it's not even finished yet. Okay, we can expand oil fields and mines. This is all not particularly necessary right now. We can send women in the workforce, which will reduce my stability but give me 3% more recruitable population. Honestly, I don't need it. The Japanese are valuing their women, thank you very much, and we're not planning to send them working if they don't need to, because I've got 6 million. I've got 6 million manpower because of the non-core population of 1.09 billion that is currently available. So, so what we can do right now is we can trade out we can trade him out and see if we can find something better. The war industrialist might be good because, I mean, it increases our military factory in construction speed, which is not a bad thing to have. So let's get him replaced because I don't really need the political power as much as I used to. Okay, we are starting to face some opposition here by the looks of it, and yeah, obviously there's absolutely no supply whatsoever. But that's nothing new. Okay, let's see how things are starting to look on this front here. This will pull Soviet divisions off the front lines anyway, so that's all good stuff. We might be able to now that we've got you need to stay here, honestly, because we have the enemy divisions coming in. But what we can possibly do and that might not be a bad thing to do, is cut these divisions off. So that means I'm gonna get... did we not end up taking Tashkent? I thought we were going for Tashkent, but I might have been wrong. But we may be able to cut through here and see that we can cut these divisions off. Just wipe these out, so we don't need to worry about them anymore. These have been pushed back, actually, I believe. So we're going to need some reinforcements here in the south. Okay. The rest of the armed forces is still busy pushing here. Mongolia will eventually surrender. There's no, and this is just ongoing. Yeah, they are starting to divert forces towards the east, which opens up the western fronts massively, and we can actually try to. Let's try to push along the German lines just to slow them down a little bit and see if we can manage to take a bit more territory for ourselves here. We're gonna get a second division to do that a little bit further back and see how far we can push this. Okay. Yeah, the Germans can. The Germans can wipe out the remaining divisions. I'm really not all that interested. We can take the territory if we can. See how much, how big of a slice. But this was sort of the line that I wanted. So I think overall I would call that an absolute operational success. This division is not moving again. Move north, please, if you can. Everybody just push. Just push north across the river lines. And just cut into the enemy front, which is wide open, because they've concentrated a lot of forces here and are trying to push us back in this region, which means why am I having too many divisions here? Who did I take these off? I take these off the Second Army by accident, which means how many do you have? You've got 3 too many. 1, 2, give these back. And one more. This one as well. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Okay, these guys don't have a front line anymore. That's fine. They're pushing there anyway. Yeah, they're wide open in the Western Front, which means we have actually been giving the Germans a bit of a heads up here. This will give me recon and reinforce rate. I'll take it. Although I am... How far away are we research-wise? 82 days. I'm going to save it first because I am going to need some for a tank design. I'm going to need some experience. So let's make sure. Fall of Stalingrad. Yeah, Stalingrad has fallen after Moscow, and I'd say the advances here are unstoppable at this point from both the Germans and myself. There is not really an awful lot. These divisions keep getting stuck though. Let's still see if we can push north. I just need someone to break out and get through the mountains here. The Urals. This is what we want to capture. That's where I would like the line to eventually end. So we're going to get just some more divisions that are currently otherwise unoccupied. To move, give them some move orders up north into the mountains. Okay, we've got a bunch more colonial divisions. Still? No, that was it. Okay, so we've got more colonial divisions that we don't need. And yeah, we are moving through terrible territory. So I would assume our losses are pretty bad at this point. It could be worse, 200,000 against the Soviet Union, and we have inflicted almost 1 million casualties. We're right behind the Germans in terms of casualties inflicted on the Soviets. So let's see how this is going to end up here, and how far we can how far we can push this whole thing out here. Just push forward a little bit. And yeah, it's a... The Germans are the anvil and we're the hammer at this point. So let's just move everything forward. Do we need to bring some of our... Do we have an airport anywhere up north here? We do. So let's bring our Air Force north. Tactical bomber wings over there. And the Germans have taken Stalingrad. But we can now... unfortunately, we don't have an airport anywhere closer, so these fighters are not going to be doing an awful lot. And we can still get here from the... I'm actually going to send these... can send fighters over here. Or... yeah, just in case, but they're not going to do an awful lot. But now I have forward air power here. Do we have any airports? No, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. It's just a big barren wasteland. But I think my tactical bombers have range to cover this all. These are still focusing on the central step. Yeah, so this should work. Okay, good. Cool. This is all looking as it should be. Which means I'm just going to focus on these divisions here. And see if I can make my breakouts. I just want to break out here and capture some strategic objectives. That's all I'm trying to do. And actually, that's too far. That's almost too far. Let's head straight for the Urals here. Okay, there's one division here. Let's divert this division and wipe it out. Okay. And the rest of them is just catching up here. And we're still trying to break out here. But they are now starting to divert some divisions, so we're going to have to be careful not to get anybody cut off, honestly. Especially that the... let's counterattack here if we can. Especially that we have absolutely no supply in this region. So... yeah, truck some more divisions over there. We might be a little overstretched and not quite be able to break through as much as we were hoping for. They have pulled a lot of divisions for a counterattack in this region here. We are bringing in reinforcements. We are still trying to... What are we trying to capture here? Why are we trying to... Oh, we're trying to capture Tashkent. In actuality... We are probably going to be more successful over there, but yeah, I'm going to cancel the attack on Tashkent and just get these divisions to move north, and you just need to hold at this point. They are moving out of Tashkent, honestly, but let's see if we can, after this attack, if we can take Tashkent from multiple directions. Can we get... Yeah, once we've taken Tashkent, we can connect the supply lines here. That is going to be quite useful. And let's see how that'll end up looking. I'm not sure why you're doing this attack. Stop doing that attack. There's no need for that attack. You have absolutely no chance of winning this. So stop that. Can you support this? No, because this is not connected. Okay. Yeah, we're stretched very thin on this front, honestly. But we'll see if we can push this Soviet armored divisions out here. Then we can probably... Okay, if you want to attack someone, to attack Tashkent for like here, and you too. Come on, no, stop that. Attack Tashkent. There we go. Not the reinforced divisions in the mountains. That's not what we want. And you stop that actually, and try to attack Tashkent from the south. Okay, landing craft research has been finished, and someone is strategic bombing us again. Who is that? No, it would be in the Arabian zone? No? In the Middle Eastern zone? No? Okay. There's nobody operating here, so we'll just ignore that for now. All right, we are going to need better submarines, I believe, at some point. We're also going to need better guns. We're going to need a lot of things. So, but maybe, given that the heavy ships are taking the longest, we're going to do the heavy ship hull research first. 100 days, that's very acceptable. We have we have the land doctrine available, so I'm going to ignore that for now. Okay. This advance here we'll push out when we see gaps in the front lines, but we have been pushed back. We have been pushed back here behind the river, and they're viciously reinforcing. So we are actually getting a little stretched here, and we are running some risk of getting encircled ourselves. I may have to abandon this push for now, because we are still pushing through the lines here, and see if we can get through there into the back of their army and over to the Urals mountain range. This is all not particularly as successful as it should be, but we are making some advances here in the Far East. Yeah, just literally pushing out to the end of the world here. Just get all the way over there and see that you can get that captured. Mongolia is still standing. Do I need to do this by hand? What do you think, people? Why am I... because I am fighting Soviet troops in Mongolia. That is more of the problem really here. And we are getting a little overstretched at this position. So stop this attack. How's our stockpile? Our artillery stockpile is actually decreasing. So we definitely... that was the right decision to put some more factories into artillery. We're going to need a lot more artillery where this came from. Okay. Let's delete that front line. This is some weird little leftover, and we can get one division to just capture that. We are kind of breaking through in the north here, and the Germans are sort of struggling to push further north at this point, so we may be able to just overtake them as it goes. But our attack on Tashkent does not look too great. They are definitely reinforcing here. This attack is completely silly, so stop doing that. I am actually going to reinforce the attack onto Tashkent here. So get some fresh divisions onto here. Not sure what we're doing here, but we are wiping out another Soviet division here, and then we've got some more divisions on the front line, so that's all good. Where the balls are you going? I think the First Army is severely overstretched. The front lines are getting long, but I am going to shorten the First Army's front line, and instead going to yet again extend the Sixth Army. So that should consolidate that a little bit and assist with that push forward. We're facing a lot of opposition here by the looks of it. We may have pushed ourselves a bit too far. No, we definitely need the units here to assist holding this front line. Okay, and we don't need a front line against the Germans, so we can shorten it there. All right, cool. Why we have no divisions assigned to that front line again? That should not be the case. Okay, hang on. Let's delete that front line. Okay, and give these divisions here. Everybody who's in the Third Army, you get a front line here. Why is it only one division? How about these? Can we get them assigned here? Okay. Third Army front line. Everybody assigned to that front line. 5 divisions. Is that all we have from the Third Army here? 5 divisions? Did we lose some, or is this literally all we've got? I think this is literally all we've got. Okay, I think we're going to need to hold here. I'm going to divert 1 division. So Second army, stop the advance. And we you are going to go on to, we're going to halt the advances here for now. And kind of consolidate this front line because we are starting to run out of steam, honestly. So you go to that front line and then stop attacking for now. Everybody just hold. We have outrun our supply lines. This should all be connected. So let's make sure we are getting the supply from where we need it. We're going to take the trucks of all of these for now, because we're no longer operating in this area. But here we need... Okay, hang on. Mongolia has capitulated. Well, nice. We'll take it. Okay, Mongolia has capitulated. Great news. And we've researched better guns. So let's keep doing that. Infantry equipment. This will actually give me hard attack and piercing, which is good, because we're gonna... But I think I'm gonna go with the mortars for now and just stay on top of my infantry equipment. I also need to improve my special forces. Yeah. It's a 70-day. We'll do it. It's a quick one. So that's ongoing. Tanks still 65 days away. But it now means we now can change the rifle production to infantry equipment 3, which will give me anti-tank weapons as well, I believe. So we'll switch that over. This needs to be run using trucks, so we can get... And unfortunately the Germans have taken Stalingrad, but we do have an airport up north here. We are operating out of this airport, so this is all good. But we do need to halt the offensive operations because we are running too much opposition here. Okay, so that needs to all stabilize. Unfortunately, even with trucks, the supply situation at the front is not grandiose. We may need to actually improve the railroad situation here. So let's get that prioritized. Railways. And all these railways that need to be done. So let's get that done. Okay. This one division is taking that line, but then we're going to pretty much... what happened to my front lines here? This looks weird again. Let's delete that. And let's share the... Oh, the Germans have taken that, haven't they? Let's share the front lines, sort of. So we get these divisions here, and we shorten the other front line only up to there. Okay, that looks better. All right, and then... Yeah, we've halted offensive operation there. We are sort of halting offensive operations here as well because we've outrun our supply. We have taken the supply hub. Will not defend that, please. We have taken... No. Why are you attacking? You are alone and unsupported. Stop attacking. Defend that. Okay, and let it go by all means. But let's try to... Have we taken Tashkent? Not quite, but almost. We can get one more division here to support that attack. If we can take out Tashkent and this, then we can have an actual railway connection here. Why is this not on full supply? It should be. Okay. There's no way... This is not strategically important at this point because there's not really anything we can do here, but we're taking out this territory here. And we can already start pushing through here and close off this pocket. This has been going on for ages. But given that Mongolia has now capitulated, do we have to supply connect anything? No, everything is already connected, but we can spread our supply a bit better from here, and that will help with the northward push. But yeah, the Soviets have pretty much given up in the west, and I wish we had been able to break out here. But unfortunately, this supply hub is just not powerful enough to sustain the push any further, and we just can't get through there. Similar story here. We are really out of supply. We will need to get things connected, and in order to make that happen. All right, I'm going to just... Tashkent has fallen. Sevastopol has fallen. Was that me? Or was that... It was probably the Germans, because nobody really cares about the East. But we have now taken... this area. There are 2 more divisions which we can wipe out here. But then, once that's all finished, I think we're just going to wait for these 2 divisions to be wiped out, and then we are relatively wide open here on this front again. So let's try to do some more encirclements. Connect these. No. Yeah, you go. Okay. 2 of you, 1 of you, just go through there. No, nope. Stop that. Nope. They're persistent, aren't they? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna let them go. It's fine. Yeah, then we will try to get some more encirclements going here, and just crack open these remaining forces here as much as we can. This has been a hard fight on this front, but we really haven't made as much progress as we wanted to. And okay, one of my generals got wounded, but that it is what it is. We have made some progress here, but the Soviets have benefiting as well from the shrinking of their front lines. So just on that virtue, they are. Are we at war with Tanutuva? That's a good question. Yes, we are. Good. So I will wipe that out as well. Yeah, because we are shrinking the front lines. The Soviets are actually having a better chance of defending themselves. How many divisions do they still have remaining? What is their relative strength? They have army intel. They've still got about somewhere between 125 and 200 divisions. So probably around 150 divisions. Still 1 million men under arms. But I think they're still pretty well equipped as well. Some of their divisions here, they're still looking decent in terms of equipment. So this is by no means over yet. We still have a bit of a fight on our hands. There's still 1 million men defending the rest of the Soviet Union, but we are encroaching, and our target remains to take the Ural Mountains and everything east of it as part of the Empire of Japan. And I think on that we are pretty well on track. And once that's complete, how's my operation? They're still preparing. Then we will continue with the invasions in the Pacific, because I just can't be bothered to switch between the 2 all the time. So that's the more exciting one at the moment. But yeah, we're probably not going to see tank divisions yet before the fall of the Soviets, but we might. We'll never know. We'll definitely get the production going, and we don't have to worry about losses, because by now the manpower of the Japanese Empire is almost inexhaustible. And I think this is going to be a much bigger Japan, and then we can focus on the Americas. I think after the Soviet Union is defeated, the Americas are definitely going to be and the Pacific is sorted. The Americas are going to be our next target. We might invade the United States in the north and Canada, but we might also do some daring raids around the Panama Canal. We'll see. We need the launch pads first, but and a bit of a fleet review, which is probably the last thing I'm going to do, because I once again have, let's say, finished Agano, so he can just refit. We've got a bunch of Shimushus that we can send out, and we've got Akatskis and Kaidais. They are really produced in vast numbers at this point, and I think these should all be finished. So let's get all these Akatskis and the Agano 2. Get them assigned to... Oh, we're going to start building up Carrier Group 2, honestly. Or strike groups. Yeah, let's just send them there for now. And we've got a decent amount of submarines who are experienced now, so we can start 3, 4. We can start rebuilding our submarine forces that have been that have been vastly depleted over the recent operations. So that is good. All right, that's on that result. We'll call it here for today. Thanks everybody, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.